Hi, welcome back to another People I Meet. And today we're going to talk about more former friends. Okay, so that I'm distracted again. I thought maybe I wouldn't be. I don't know. Or maybe we'll talk about more people I live with again. I got into it again with one of the guys I live with here. Seriously, he's like, okay, never mind about the former friend thing. High school, apparently, you never grow out of it. Ever since I've moved in here, it feels like high school again. I didn't hate high school. I didn't love it. I wasn't, like, totally picked on. Sure, I had a couple bullies, but it wasn't a huge deal. I was a nerd, but I was an athletic one. So the jocks were attracted to me but couldn't admit it until college because I was on the debate team and they were on the football team, and it would have been embarrassing for them. And I'm like, it would have been embarrassing for me too. And whatever. Anyway, so I get here. When I got here, there was like, the group of the cool girls, the cool table. And I was simultaneously the hated one and the one they all wanted to be. So they were all jealous of me because I'm younger than them. Think this one through logically. Why are you jealous of a 30-something-year-old for living in a retirement home? Like, seriously, this isn't something you should be jealous of. One of the ladies was kind of in love with one of the caregivers and really jealous of me that he and I had a good rapport. I feel like I work here, and I think it's kind of a coping mechanism, actually, because it's easier to think that I work here than to realize that I live here. Even though I know I live here. Obviously, I know I live here. But it's easier for me to think of this place as work with a bed than the home. And think of the staff as coworkers. So I have a professional relationship with all the staff members, and even if I didn't think of it as work, I'm still not interested in any of the staff. They're not interested in me. I'm a resident. But she would get so jealous every time this staff member would talk to me. It was ridiculous. And then whenever I would have a guy over, she was really jealous. And I'm like, well, you go get one yourself then. Whatever. This is our home. So now she's gone, but we still have, the cliques and the cool kids. I deliberately removed myself from the cool table because they bothered me and I didn't want to sit with them. The thing about old people is the only thing you can discuss is like your failing bodies and what you used to be. And yeah, I can discuss my failing body, but it bores me. And I can discuss what I used to be, but I'd like to think I still have a little bit of shelf life left in me. I don't know. We'll see, huh? So I deliberately moved myself to the other table with the comatose ones. Remember that one episode of Simpsons where Abe is introducing, showing Zelda around at the retirement home? This is the cool kids. This is the comatose cool kids. Yeah, that's how it is here. And so I moved from the cool table to the comatose table deliberately. And now I'm kind of alone at the comatose table, which suits me perfectly fine. The new guy, like, everything he says is sexist, and then he gets all mad at me when I'm like, dude, don't do that. And he's like, well, you're offended at everything I say. And I'm like, then stop being sexist. Like, for example, the maintenance guy said, push the dryer button for 20 seconds, and he was like, is that a man's 20 seconds or a woman's 20 seconds? What the hell does that even mean? If I'd heard it, I didn't. I just heard later that conversation had taken place, and I thought of it at the time. I'd have been like, is that a man's 20 seconds? It's how long it takes you to finish? But, I didn't hear it, and I wouldn't have thought of it at the time if I had, let's be honest. So, high school never changes. He's trying way too hard to fit in with the cool kids. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Who are you actually? the cool kids, I know who they are. And the leader of the mean girls, she and I get into it a lot. But the thing is, whenever she and I get into it, she still treats me like an equal. And then we get over it, because we have to, because we live together. And we're fine. 20 minutes later, we air our grievances, we're good. He is not. He and I get into it, and he hates me, and I really, truly hope that he gives me the silent treatment forever, because that would be awesome. That'd be lovely. But seriously, when do you stop caring what the cool kids think? When do you stop hurting other people to be one of the cool kids? His redeeming quality is that he's nice to one of the comatose, and that's a good quality, because not a lot of people, like I said in the last one, where people forget that we're human. When you're comatose, people forget even more, and the people you live with often forget. And so he may be mean to me, whatever, it's cool. Long he doesn't talk to me anymore, I can dig it. He's nice to her, that's cool. But when do you stop caring what the cool kids think?